Kaibigan, kumikita ka ba sa mga pang-araw-araw mong binibili sa tindahan? Katulad ng sabon, shampoo, sabon panlaba, toothpaste, kape, at iba pa? Hindi, di ba? Gusto mo bang kumita habang bumibili ng mga ginagamit mo araw-araw? Welcome to DLC Philippines Share Economy Incorporated, ang tindahan ng bayan. Habang bumibili ka ay maaari kang kumita ng 6 to 24% rebates sa lahat mong binili at 3 to 24% sa binili ng mga kasamahan mo, plus 10 to 27.5% dividendo bawat 15 days. Ano pang hinihintay mo? Tumawag at mag-text sa taong nag-share sa'yo sa magandang balitang ito. DLC Philippines Share Economy Incorporated, the company of the consumers, by the consumers, and for the consumers.
May kayong padasen, itinaimas, Ken, Sweet Strawberry Products, Ijay, Mel, Pasalubong Center, Adaiti, Special Strawberry Preserve, Special Strawberry Jam, Fresh Strawberries, Fresh Strawberry Salad, Kenadapay, iti Pure Red Wines, Bugnay and Cherry, made in Bauco, Mountain Province, Mel, Pasalubong Center, Sangwanan, welcome to Strawberry Farm, KM6, Lateran Benguet, Ijay lang last gate of Benguet State University, Mabalinpay nga agpa-deliver. Ag-text when tumawag lang 0938-627-9392. Ken 0956-419-7704. Mel, Pasalubong Center.
Hey, madalas ka bang pagod dahil sa trabaho? Baka naman wala ka ng oras para sa labing-labing kay Mrs. Bakit di mo subukan ang Toro Capsule? Ito ay natural. May pinagsamang vitamina, mineral at herbal. Aprobado ng FDA. Hindi masakit sa ulo. Walang pamumula ng mata. At ang Toro Capsule ay pampatagal at pampalakas.
Toro Capsule, tagal at lakas na di umatras.
Dad, may RoboCuff tayo. Nak, mag-RoboCuff syrup na.
RoboCuff! Sarap kasi! Orange flavor! Ano ba ito? Ang tigas ng ubo ko!
Ma, RoboCuff kaagad. Dito sa bahay, basta't para sa ubo, lagi akong handa. RoboCuff kaagad. Sa ubong may plema, RoboCuff. Matigas na ubo, RoboCuff. Ubong may allergy, RoboCuff. Sa kahit anong klase ng ubo, RoboCuff na. Sa RoboCuff, talo ang ubo. RoboCuff.
Sa unang simptomas ng ubo, mag-RoboCuff ka agad. Arrest the cough with RoboCuff.
Nalaka, nga magatang ba ti masapul mo? Tara na sa Kurirang Enterprises. Dito matatagpuan ang kalidad, matibay at abot kayang presyo. Araw-araw ba namang sale dito sa Kurirang Enterprises? Meron silang cabinets, mga salamin, mga pang-opisinang upuan, tables, at marami pang iba. Kaya naman pag may nagtanong kung saan ang punta mo, sa Kurirang Enterprises. Meron din silang blankets, kitchenwares, speaker sets, at sports machines na pampasexy at pampaganda. Kaya naman kaibigan, tara na sa Kurirang Enterprises. Matatagpuan sa Abanao Street at Nagilian Road. Kaya naman kaibigan, sama-sama nating sabihin, Kurirang Enterprises.
Sa panahon ngayon, dumadami na ang reasons to be stressed. Humihirap ang trabaho at lumalaki ang challenges. Kaya importante ang chill. Na kayang sabayan ang stress mo. Embassy Whiskey. Its smooth, oaky flavor helps you unwind after a long day. Kaya relax, slow down, and chill muna tayo. Embassy Whiskey.
Imbag nga daw kakailians.
At mga Car Ranger.
Alam mo, si kaya na ngayong pandemya, kinakailangan nating mapangalagaan yung ating kalusugan naman.
Indeed, sabi nga nila, health
is wealth and we really need to protect ourselves. Ikaw ba, Kap, paano mo inaalagaan yung sarili mo?
Alam mo, si Kena, itong ating Pau de Arco Herbal Capsule naman, napakabuti po naman ito para sa pangangalaga ng ating kalusugan. So, araw-araw tayong umiinom yan, lalo na sa pagharap sa ating programa. Ito yung iniinom natin para may parating natin ng mas maganda ang ating programa sa ating mga kababayan.
Parehas pala tayo, Kap. Yan din yung gamit ko. Tunay nga na quality products ang offer ng Aldrich Corporation.
Ano pang hinihintay ninyo, Kailians? Sabay-sabay nating pangalagaan ang ating kalusugan.
Siyempre, Car Rangers, laban sa pandemya. Tunay na garantisado,
Ito ang
Pau de Arco.
Mahalagang paalala, ang Aldrich Pau de Arco Capsule ay hindi gamot at hindi pwedeng gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang ating oras alas 10:12 na. Good morning na imbag nagsapa gawi-gawi sa wakat agyo-agyod. Mapdeng dyan nagsapa son si Katidyo namin. At ito muli ang inyong ka-RNG Luzon, ang inyong kasi Radio Peter Mauawang Wasing para sa ating usapang PIA. At syempre mga kasama ko si Mr. PIA, ang natarakin na siglat, Joseph Zambrano, partner na imbag nga agsapa. Happy New Year, Happy Three Kings, Happy Valentine.
Paptang dyan nagsapam. Yes, Happy New Year. Thank God it's Friday. Isuti mo ng Friday tatangatawan, 2022.
Yun. First Friday of the year.
First Friday of the year. Tapos,
First PIA, usapang PIA of the year.
Oo, tama.
Hindi ka ba nabigyan ng nomination?
wala naman. Meron tayong Z-Radio RNG nomination.
Okay.
The best Doctor of the Year ang ating guest.
Ayun.
Yan. Meron tayong sarili, partner.
At saka mahalaga ang topic natin ngayon, partner, no? Ako nga tinamaan dito eh. Dahil sa Wild West. Pero pag-usapan natin lahat yan. Okay.
Bago natin ipakilala ang ating guest, partner. Sabi mo, first Friday, ang year 2022 ay election period din natin. May 9. May 9 ang national local election.
At yung mga national candidates, February na yata yung campaign.
February 8 to May 7.
So 1 month na lang.
1 month na lang. At saka nag-start ngayon ng election period, January 9, gun ban. Hanggang June 8.
So mag-umpisa sa January 9 hanggang
sa Sunday.
June 8.
June 8. Yung mga may baril dyan, lalo na yung mga civilian, wag nyo nang ilabas yung baril nyo January kasi may checkpoint. Magche-checkpoint po ang ating kapulisan.
So, dalhin mo dito si Comelec next Friday.
Si Attorney JP Martin.
Para pag-usapan natin yung gun ban.
Gun ban. Tapos yung ating mga local election, local campaign naman, March 25 to May 7. So, sana, wag niyong apurahin kasi magagalit ang ating doktor dito kung magka-campaign kayo tapos baka yan pa ang magkakon pa yan ng pag hindi tayo responsable yung tinatawag na bagong variant, yung Omicron.
Okay, partner, bago natin pakilala si Doc, sa ating mga viewers, comment lamang po sa ating comment section kung may mga katanungan po kayo. At para sa ating mga listeners naman sa 98.7 sa radio, text po lamang yan, 0999-3070-649. Okay, partner,
Yes,
ipakilala mo na yung ating masibag at magandang doktora.
Yes, talagang napakasipag at napakaganda ang ating doktora ng City Health Services Office, si Doktora Donna Tubera Panis. Magandang umaga at thank God it's Friday. Thank you for coming. Alam namin busy ka, doktora, pero kailangan marami kang i-educate sa lahat ng nakikinig ng Z-Radio tsaka RNG. Good morning po, doktora.
Yes po. Good morning, Kap. And Kuyang Joseph, okay, mga nire-respeto ko tong mga journalist na ito sa larangan po ng itong journalism. So we really thank you for this opportunity really to inform the public that ito'y very timely nga Omicron variant. Now we're facing a lot of these variants in the past months at iba na naman sa bali man nga challenges da ito'y. But we really appreciate that we have this opportunity really to reach the public, tapno ma-inform, and really a healthful new year for every one of us.
Yun. Okay, partner.
Ma'am Dr. Donna, anya dito yung Omicron variant from Delta. Hindi ko kat medyo na kwatayo niya partner na at least di holiday. Medyo happy Christmas. May dito Omicron. Ano anya dito yung variant Dr. Donna?
Opo. Napaka-significant na tanong, pero let's go back to the basic, no? Dito yung agkokos ti COVID-19 is caused by a SARS-CoV-2. It's a name of a virus. Unprecedented po. Never po natin nakita itong SARS-CoV-2 in the past as an outbreak. And what is unique with this SARS-CoV-2 is its capacity to mutate. Nalaing baliw-baliw.
No.
It is the biological property jay virus. Wala ho tayo nang magagawa doon. Ganun na talaga yung property ng virus na nag-mutate siya as part of its survival. Paano po nangyayari yan? Habang naipapasa itong virus na ito from one person to another, there's a tendency for it to mutate. For example po, nagkaroon ako ng SARS-CoV-2, that's the name of the virus. Ipinasa ko ni Cap, Peter, DJ virus. J virus nga da kinyanan sa balin. J nagapu kinyak. No inpasa na ni Kuyang Joseph, sa bali manan ti itsuranan. At nanayunan ti Sara na, nanayunan ti buok na, naging white hair ti. At parang ganun po ang itsuranan. Yun po yung tinatawag natin na tinatawag natin na mutation. And no dito yung mutation kat ag-escape ti immune system tayo, dagijay bakuna tayo, hanan nga matest iti rapid antigen test o RT-PCR, o han na denggunan dagijay agas. Ito yung tinatawag na ho natin na variant of concern. So, in the whole of pandemic, upat payla ang dagito na identify tayo nga variant of concern. The Alpha, the Beta, the Delta, and the Omicron.
Okay.
All others po, yung mga Lambda, yung IHU, Mu, dagitoy variants of interest. Haan na nga na-reach ijay criteria for variant of concern. So nga, dapat po, the only way to stop mutation is to stop the virus from being transmitted from one person to another. And we can actually do that by just, putting mask and shield. The vaccine will not alter mutation. It's the transmissibility. Jay panag-alis ti virus from one person to another, that will be the only way to stop mutation.
Okay. Doc Donna, ito bang Omicron na to, paano natin malalaman kung Omicron nga yung tumama sa atin?
Yes, napakagandang tanong yan. Ito po ay na-identify lang through a special laboratory. Ang tawag po natin doon sa special laboratory na tool natin is the whole genome sequencing. Agala da iti part J virus i-sequence da ti RNA na kasta, and hindi po siya kayang i-detect lang ng RT-PCR or antigen test. It has to be a special laboratory, and it is only being done in the Philippines through the Philippine Genome Center.
Para mas mahirap to. Para mas mahirap to, Doc.
That's the only way to all our variants are only diagnosed in a special laboratory.
May mga ba to, Doc? May mga symptoms para na magma-manifest kung ito Omicron?
Wala po yung pathognomonic na tinatawag natin, yung unique symptoms specific for Omicron. Wala po tayong ganon, sadly. Bis ko may mayat kumangay, dito yung Omicron ko, the Omicron mo, the bukol mo to. Ganon, ang saya, sana. Parang, alam ko may Omicron na. Kasla ko ma-chicken pox. When you have chicken pox, among DJ itsura ti rashes mo. Among nga chicken pox. But with these coronaviruses, pare-parehas po sila ng mga viruses na nagkukos ng trangkaso. Yun. No trangkaso, ubusipon lang yan. Lahat po yan, ganyan po ang manifestations ng mga respiratory viruses. And the only way to differentiate them is through laboratories. So ngayon na hindi po natin alam, anya nga daytoy, o trangkaso ba daytoy, coronavirus ba daytoy? In the middle of the pandemic, it is highly that it is coronavirus. It is COVID. So yun po ang alam natin now. We are in the middle of the pandemic, so most likely 90%, more than 90%, it is coronavirus. It is SARS-CoV-2. It is COVID-19.
Pero nabanggit mo kanina na kinakailangan ng laboratory test. Meron tayong capacity na, Doc, meron ba tayong kwan dito, mga center na kung saan kung saan ma-check kung Omicron?
Actually, pinagpapadala po tayo. Only Philippine Genome Center in UP and RITM are capable of doing that. And what we only do is to do sampling.
Okay.
Agala tayo dagitoy listaan nga dagitoy tinag-positive no dati criteria na ti maisubmit tayo ijay han nga amin i-test because very expensive daytoy nga testing. Even the machine itself is 70 million. Just one machine is 70 million. Just the machine itself, awan pay dagijay reagents na. So the purpose of actually of submitting the specimen sa ating Research Institute for Tropical Medicine is for surveillance purposes. Maamuan tayo no anya ti prevailing variants iti a certain community. So since September, actually, the first case of our Delta variant was isolated in July. So, ganun, akala natin, no? September, October lang, Delta, but we documented the first case of Delta in the city, July. Sa Gagaysa. So, that's the purpose of the genome sequencing. Makita no kasano nga umadado until nawala na yung alpha and beta, replaced already by the Delta. And then we're looking at in the next few weeks that Omicron will take over as the dominant virus. And I think I would probably believe that it is already in the community. Naghihintay na lang ho tayo ng result. So let's assume that Omicron is already in the community.
Okay. So hindi lang natin alam kung sino
Apo,
yun.
matagal lang po kasi ang result niyan. Mga 1 linggo hanggang 2 linggo po ang result ng whole genome sequencing sa Philippine Genome Center.
Okay, partner?
Okay, partner. Tanong ko rin ito pero may tanong na rin nag-text.
Yes.
Sabi niya dito, yung gamot, ano ba yung gamot ngayon? Upper respiratory po ang sinasabi niyo na yung Omicron. So ano ang parang to ease it, ano kaya ang pwedeng medicine na para lang hindi naman magamot. How do you call it? The proper term, doctor?
Meron po tayong tinatawag na definitive treatment. Isu dagijay antivirals. Ti action na patayin na talaga jay virus. Meron din ho tayong tinatawag na supportive treatment. It will address the symptoms of the patient. Kaslakas jay. So ito pong mga definitive treatment natin ay ito yung tinatawag natin na antivirals. Isu dagitoy mga bagong gamot na po ito. Mga molnupiravir, remdesivir, mga antivirals natin na ngayon ay nabigyan lang ang mga specific hospitals to give it because it's still under an EUA, Emergency Utilization Authority. Ito po talaga, patayin na talaga jay virus. Pero what's with COVID-19 is that it manifests symptoms. The virus is with you, ngam ada symptoms mo. Like, lalagnatin ka, magsusore throat ka, mag-uubo ka. Ito po yung tinatawag natin na supportive treatment. It will address the symptoms, but it will not kill the virus. Definitely, hindi niya po papatayin. For example po, paglalagnatin, we give paracetamol. Okay po. Kung ikaw ay may sore throat, okay, o mayroon tayong mga lozenge or ano na para hanga na sakit yung sore throat mo. And supportive treatment for cough. Kung ubo ka ng ubo, hindi ka na makatulog sa kakaubo mo, then we give antitussive. Dagito'y dagijay magatang tayo nga pangpa-stop the cough. Okay? But actually, cough are good. It's a way of the body to expel whatever viruses in your body. Kaslamat nakapangan ka ti nabangles or na contaminate nga makan, ano ang ginagawa ng katawan natin, nagda-diarrhea tayo, di ba? It's a reflex of the body to remove the toxins when you ate something that is bad. It's the same way with cough. We cough because there's something there that is not supposed to be there, so the body has to cough it out. The danger is that when you cough it out, there's the virus that comes out of it. That's why we always need to put on your mask and face shield. And ang dito sa COVID-19 natin is that nakakahawa ka na kahit wala ka pang ubo, kahit wala ka pang lagnat. 2 days before you have cough, you are already infectious, nakakahawa ka na. Buti sana po kung may mga sakit po kasi tayo na nakakahawa ka lang kapag may nakikita ka ng mga rashes. Okay yun, talagang mag-isolate ka. Ito po kasing COVID-19, kaya po siya makita nyo yung pag-increase ng cases natin. Nakakahawa na po kasi siya kahit wala ka pang symptoms. That is why the mask and the shield would really be very, very helpful in breaking the transmission. Yun po yung nakita natin, lalo na very unique for Omicron. Among all the variants, ito po ang pinaka nakakahawa. Kaya kailangan po nating pigilan by wearing our protective gear like our mask and shield. And it would protect us even up to 95% of that kung parehas kayong naka-mask and shield. So yun ang mga reminders po natin, no? Pag kumakain kasi doon tayo nakatanggal ng mask. Doon po nakita natin, no? Makita nyo sa Facebook, people are gathered together, walang mask, walang shield during the holiday season. It was really an opportunity for the virus to take over. That's what we saw in the holiday season. So eto na nga po, nakikita na natin yung transmission. But we can actually stop it. May way tayo to stop it. We isolate the sick, we quarantine the close contact, we put on our mask and face shield, and our primary goal is to vaccinate everyone po who is eligible.
Yun.
Okay, partners.
Okay, eto galing ito kay 38. Kunana, Doc, kapag nasa katawan na ang virus, acquired na, ilang beses ba mag-positive ang isang tao?
Actually po, depende po yan sa strain na tumama sa iyo. Oo. Parang dengue lang yan. Ilang beses ka magkakadengue? 4, kasi 4 ang strain ng dengue. Dengue 1, dengue 2, dengue 3, dengue 4. Pero sa coronavirus po, depende po, no? Kaya nag-mutate siya. It can be as many as possible, depende sa strain na andon. Pero what we know of is that pag meron ka na-affect ka na ng alpha, you'll be protected with the alpha. But you will not be protected with the beta. You will not be protected with the delta or Omicron. That's why we need the vaccine, because you'll be protected in all of the strains. That makes the vaccine superior in our public health response po sa COVID-19.
Galing naman ito, Doc, kay 38. Kunana, Doc, ang alcohol po ba proven na nakakakontrol sa COVID virus?
Apo, pag sa kamay. Hindi po sa inom. Dapat po sa rubbing alcohol, yung mga alcohol rubs natin, they would really are antivirals in terms of sa external po. But no proven scientific evidence that alcohol would really kill the virus. Lalo na itong alcohol is GI. I mean, from the mouth to the stomach. Hindi naman po siya to the lungs. So, wala po tayong scientific evidence that alcohol, when taken in, will prevent or control COVID-19.
So, wala palang silbi yung 2x2. Nagabukin ni 08 ko na Doktora, how do you consider a fully vaccinated person, Doc? Kuna naman.
Apo. Ngayon kasi we are in a stage na nasa phase 3 yung ating mga vaccines. So, ibig sabihin po, wala pa po tayo sa commercial stage niya para masabi natin na fully vaccinated ka na or fully na po yung scientific evidence. But what we know of right now is among our immunocompromised patients, our senior citizen, yung mga pasyente po na may iba pang sakit, kulang po ang 2. Okay, kulang po. Yun po yung alam natin. That is why we are now ongoing na po ang booster natin because we need at least 3 doses, especially senior citizens with high blood, may diabetes, etc. Kailangan po natin ng booster shots. Definitely. So yun po yung alam natin now. 3 series would be, ibig sabihin, isa, first dose, second dose, and then the third dose. But for young individuals, like wala pong ibang sakit, ang tawag po natin doon ay booster dose. So magkaiba po, no? We are talking about an additional dose, ang tawag natin kapag ang mga pasyente ay senior citizen. And then, comorbid
Huwag mo akong
conditions.
tignan pag senior citizen.
Senior. Nakatingin ako lagi pag senior kay Kuyang Joseph kasi white na rin. and then, ang tawag po natin kapag less than, yung comorbid conditions po niya ay wala naman pong mga young individuals to, ang tawag po natin doon ay booster dose.
I see.
So magkaiba po ang, but definitely it's the same. It will add up to your immunity to the virus. So so that is why we're telling everyone po, yung mga hindi pa nakapag second dose, get it now. Actually, ang una dyan, yung hindi pa po nakapag first dose, priority ka talaga dyan. Second po, yung hindi pa nakakumpleto ng dose niya, go and get it po sa mga vaccination sites natin. And sa mga nakakumpleto na po ng mga vaccines niya, 3 months pwede na po for all vaccines except J&J. Yung mga nag-J&J po, yung Janssen na vaccine, 2 months pwede na po kayong mag-booster dose.
So pati si J&J pwedeng
2
mag...
months. Yes.
Kung minsan tinatanong nila, kagaya ko, nag-Sinovac ako first and second dose. And then nung pumunta ako doon, kasi maraming pagpipilian, pinili ko ang Pfizer. So, ano ang i-recommenda ng ating mga vaccinators or sa ating mga pumupuntang magpa-vaccine, doctor?
Actually po, meron pong inisyu ang FDA and DOH po na guideline na meron po tayong tinatawag na homologous booster. Kaya nasa 1 day, 2 day, Sinovac, primary, booster mo Sinovac, okay lang din po yan. It would still give you additional additional boost to your immune system. Meron din po tayo. So kung pare-pareho ka from primary to your booster, ang tawag po doon ay homologous. Meron din po tayong tinatawag na heterologous. Ito po yung iba, yung primary dose mo, the first and second, and then iba doon sa booster. Ang tawag po doon ay heterologous. Parehas naman pong nag-i-increase, nag-a-add up ang inyong immunity kada dose mo ng vaccine. We just advise that kung meron kang na-feel na mga side effect in the first 2 doses, then we advise a different vaccine for the second. There are a few studies, though, that would tell us, maybe mga 13 or more studies na po, na nagsasabi na kapag ang vaccine mo ay heterologous, mas mataas po ng konti ang iyong madidevelop na immunity, that it will add up to the current ones that you have. But it doesn't mean na inferior kapag homologous. Wala po. Pare-parehas po yan na nagdadagdag ng ating immunity sa virus po.
Yun. Okay, ang ating oras alas 10:36 na. Doc, bakit proper hygiene and frequent proper hand washing ang often na advice to avoid the spread of virus? Bakit daw yun ang ina-advise lagi?
Yes po kasi. Kasi po itong ating tinatawag na, kunwari meron po kasing mga hindi naka-mask na patients, ay mga tao, nagtatalsik po yan ng mga laway sa mga anywhere. Di Tugaw, di Lamisaan. And when we touch that and put it on our eyes, nose, and mouth, pwede po yung tinatawag natin na fomite transmission. So, yung isa po kasi na mode of transmission o paano mo maihahawa yung virus is that the droplet. Agsasauak dito, tumatalsik yung laway ko, humihinga ako, meron po tayong hindi nakikitang lumalabas sa respiratory tract natin. And, breathing is 20 per minute. Imagine nyo po yan, 20 per minute kang naglalabas ng mga hindi po natin nakikitang mga droplets dyan. O, habang nagsasalita ako ngayon, merong mga tumatalsik. Pag ito po naihawak ko sa isang tao, ang tawag po doon ay droplet. Okay? Kapag naman po sa isang enclosed area such as this for example, the virus just floats there. Awan iti air exchange ti may sa nga lugar, it becomes airborne. Okay, that's why we always advocate to open your windows, make the air exchange as frequent as possible. Natural ventilation, air. Kaya kasama na po siya sa minimum public health standards natin. Air. Sa office po namin ngayon, nakatanggal na kami ng kurtina. Dapat lahat ng mga bintana, tanggalin yung mga naka-block na mga dadaanan ng hangin because it will increase the air exchange in a certain room para hindi po maging airborne. Dahil pag airborne po yung virus, kulang po ang mga ganito nating mga mask. It has to be N95. The third transmission is the fomite. When these droplets tends to land on inanimate objects, kagaya po ng mga mesa at upuan, at somebody touch it, and then start touching the mouth, nose, kagaya doon, nag-a-adjust ako ng mga, humawak ako ng ganyan. They can be a mode of transmission. That's why hygiene, hand washing, would be one of our public health standards as well.
Doc, nag-check up ba ang ating local IATF? Nabanggit nyo yung mga offices, call centers, government offices, and private, na talagang hangin talaga. No? Meron bang team that they will comply, especially yung mga gumagamit lang ng aircon? Dapat pala talaga
yes po.
Fresh air na hangin ang room.
Yes po, meron po tayong tinatawag na safety seal. It's a standard guideline coming from the national na ano ba ang isang COVID-proof na place, workplace, or a house. So nakalagay po doon yung mga guidelines. Ang isa po dyan nga is yung ventilation. Na kailangan meron tayong at least 12 air exchanges in a certain place. So, it is measured by a machine. Actually, nag-purchase po ang Baguio City ng special machine just to measure the air exchange of a certain place. Because if it will not be met, then there has to be engineering control na gagawin para po maging COVID-proof yung area. Uray, nakamas tayo, etc. Nuhan nga napintas ti air exchange, nga nakita mi in most of our in offices, how come there are transmission going on in a certain workplace? It's because of poor ventilation. So maybe there's a paradigm shift that we have to do. More than the mask, we have to look at the air exchange in a certain areas. And you can contact po our City Health Office to measure po yung air exchange sa areas nyo. We have a machine po purchased by the city. And if you comply with that, then you'll be given a seal po na tinatawag safety seal na sticker. It means na, okay to, na-meet niya yung standards. I'm safer here than some place na walang safety seal. So it's really a guideline for workplace, at the same time for yung mga customers na kung may safety seal ito ay mas okay ito kaysa sa walang safety seal.
Okay, ang ating oras alas 10:40 na partner, galing ito kay 55. Good morning, Kap and Doktora. Ano po ang benefits kung magpa-booster po ako? Gordon Montserrat.
Yes po, marami pong benefits dyan. Oo, para po yang magdadagdag ng isang immunity. Ganito na lang po, para mas madali kong ma-explain. Kung example lang nakadalawang booster ka, mga 70 lang yung mapoproduce mong immunity. Just put numbers just to make it, just to concretize things, 70. Pero nag-booster ka, naging 90. Parang ganon. So, madadagdagan po yung immunity mo, at marami po tayong immunity na ginawa ni Lord sa atin. Hindi lang po antibodies yan. Kasi people are just telling us na mababa na yung antibodies ko. We do not measure immunity by just looking at the antibody level that you got tested in a laboratory. There is an immunity which is what we call the T-cell immunity, which will afford a longer protection against the virus. And wala pa po tayong laboratory test to test it. No, kaya po hindi po basis ang bilang ng antibodies to tell you na fully protected ka. But what we know of is that kada booster mo ng vaccine, it will add more to your immunity. Apa.
Yun.
Okay.
Partner,
And,
may tanong
yung
dyan?
paracetamol daw, Doktora, can it help in sa symptoms? Tsaka, do we have enough supply of paracetamol?
Yes po. Actually, sabi po natin kanina, the paracetamol is part of the supportive treatment. It is not an antivirus. It is a symptomatic remedy. No, agurigor kakaslamot before COVID, di ba po, no? Agurigor tayo, ag sakit ti bagbagi tayo. Paracetamol. Kaslakas jay motla ang role na ti paracetamol, but it will not kill the virus. Yun po ang sure ako dyan. Kung meron pong I don't see any shortages even in the coming days, because paracetamol is easy to produce and we have local production of it. Hanga kasla dagitoy dadto mga antivirals tayo in the market nga aga po pa ti other countries, and only few countries or even just one country producing it. With paracetamol po, marami po tayo diyaang drug companies na nagpo-produce po ng paracetamol.
Okay.
Tingnan po natin mga other sources bakit po nagkakaroon ng shortage. Maybe because may mga nagho-hoard.
Yeah.
Okay? And then during the holiday season, when everybody went on vacation, they started to stock paracetamol kasi ganun naman po tayo pag nagbibiyahe, di ba? We keep something in our bags like a first aid kit. Di ba? Nagre-refill tayo, nagre-replace tayo ng mga expired na drug. So, yun po yung mga nakita natin. And of course nga, dumami nga po yung symptoms na nailagnat. Which is, even in the past years, December, January, February, is one of our flu season times. Kaya po, siguro, nag-increase ang demand. Hindi natin na-foresee yung mga drug companies to refill those medicines in the drugstore. So this can be only an artificial shortage. I believe so.
I think thank you, Doctor. Ito parang finalo up ng ating listener. Is it important also advise public not to self-medicate, like those paracetamol have bad side effects to certain health conditions?
Actually po, once a drug is put on over the counter, so anybody can buy it without a prescription. So it also means that it is safe. We just have to know when po ang tinatawag natin na overdose. And it can be as high as 10 grams. So 10 grams, like kung 500 ang isang tablet, the overdose of that is like taking in 20 tablets in a isang inuman. But different bodies would respond differently. Magkakaiba naman po tayo ng katawan. Meron pong pwedeng less than 10 grams overdose na po sa kanya. But rarely do we see like an overdose of this, because we rarely take 20 in one sitting. Very safe po ang paracetamol. Ang tinitignan lang po natin dyan would be, there are a few or very rare instances when you have allergies to it. Yun lang naman po yung ating tinitignan dyan. And at the same time, there are some drug interactions. You might be taking in mga gamot currently na pwedeng mag-interact sa paracetamol. But I know your doctor would have already informed you at the start when that prescription was given to you. So better po that we consult po our kung in doubt po kayo, better po that we consult your doctor.
Okay. Binabati natin, partner. Nanonood naman sa atin Tushi Black, Edna Chufilo, Friza Larofa. At
At saka si Ronnie Castello
ayun.
nanonood at nakikinig. Yan.
Marami pa dito, partner, mga katanungan, Doc. Kanya lang, kinakailangan natin mag-usapan din kasi itong
Alert.
Level 3.
Alert
Alert
level 3.
level 3.
Oo. Nagparda si Horas. Doc,
Sige.
ano yung...
Oo nga, no?
Hindi, alert level 3.
Apo, nag-announce na po kagabi ang
Okay.
ating National Interagency Task Force that not only Baguio City, actually there were more than 10 provinces and cities declared under alert level 3.
Okay.
Para po matandaan natin lang maigi, yung alert level 2, 50% indoor, 70% outdoor. Ganon. Para mabilis lang.
Level 2 yun.
Sa level 2 yon. Pero sa level 3, it's 30-50.
Baliktad.
30% indoor, 50% outdoor. In most of the areas po. So, para mas madali po nating matandaan. At meron na pong mga prohibited prohibited activities under level 3. Like po yung mga contact sports. They are not allowed na po. Ibabasa ko lang po.
Yes.
Sige, Doc.
Yung ating mga face-to-face classes at level 3. Okay,
Hindi
mga
pwede yun.
contact sports po. Fun fairs and ferias. Live voice and wind instrument, casinos, they are not allowed. And sabi ko nga po kanina, in most of the areas, like for example po, yung ating cinemas, okay, amusement park, recreational venues, in-person religious gatherings, 30-50. 30 indoor, 50 outdoor. So, but if you have safety seal, they will add 20% to your capacity. So, kaya maganda yung safety seal. At the same time, yung vaccination rate in a certain place will have an increase of that. Makaka-increase po yun sa ating capacity. So, it is a way, raising the alert level is a way of managing the risk. Hindi po pwedeng raise tayo ng alert when everybody's getting sick already. We are managing at a level so that we can keep the infections low para hindi po ma-overwhelm ang ating hospital care system. Yun naman po ang role noon. The good thing with Omicron is that mas marami naman po ang asymptomatic to mild. But the thing is that when this attacks the unvaccinated and those with comorbid conditions and hindi pa nabubooster, that ito po yung magpuput ng so much pressure on our healthcare system to think wala naman po tayong 1,000 bed capacity na COVID lang. No, hindi po kasi enough. Not even in any country, even the high-income countries, hindi po kinakaya ang critical care system. Ano po ba itong critical care system? Lagi ko kasi itong sinasabi sa mga kapihan or ugnayan. Critical care system is that when we need ICU, intensive care unit, kailanganin mo na ng ventilator, yung respirator para huminga ka. Ito po kasi ang alagaan ng pasyente dito is that kailangan sa isang health worker, isa o dalawa ang babantayan niya. So, if we put so much pressure on our critical care, we need more health workers to handle them. And when we start nag-i-infect na rin yung mga healthcare workers natin, wala na pong mag-aalaga sa mga ito. And that magkakaroon ng collapse.
Okay.
So,
Doc, kailan mag-uumpisa yung alert level 3 at kailan matatapos?
Mag-start po ito sa January 9.
Okay.
Po. And then, i-reassess po ito siguro by January 15 or 16 po.
So, maaring January 9 hanggang 15, maaring ma-extend.
Pare pong ma-extend,
maaring may baba.
Pwede rin pong ma-escalate to level 4. Pwede rin ma-descalate into level 2.
So, anong mga dapat natin gawin kaya, Doc, para sa ating kapakanan? Para hindi tayo ma-escalate?
Wala po tayong new formula. Actually, we just have to do it correctly and consistently now. Like wearing of mask. Wear it correctly and consistently.
Doc, yung wearing of mask, may bagong guidelines ata na yung medical surgical mask ang mas recommend ninyong mga health workers.
Katulad ng suot niyo.
Mga ganito or double masking.
Okay.
Rather than none at all. And we have to be very conscious. When is the time we're putting it down? That's the time we have to bear that in mind that we have to keep distance. Kailan ba to? Pag kumakain. Doon po kasi nakatanggal yung mask natin. When we start talking, eating together, tamat ka tinakita mi nga common. It's the eating together. That's because that's the time you started removing your mask and people are talking.
Tapos agsisinamo kayo.
Kasta, tinakita mi po nga common nga transmission.
Nagkakatawa kayo, gistorya kayo.
Yun
Dapat yun may distancing.
Yes, yun po yung time na talagang galit-galit muna sana. Tinatawag, galit-galit muna. I'll just eat on my table. Ganon po. And stay with your bubble. Yun po yun eh. When we start going out, ano po yung tinatawag nating bubble? These are the people that you constantly are with, like your family. Yan yung bubble mo. But when you interact outside your bubble, that's where the threat of infection would come in. Like, mga taong nakakasalamuha mo na maka-opisina mo, maka-meeting mo, yun po yung tinatawag natin na social mixing na when you start mixing with other people outside your bubble. So yun po yung mga natin. So ano pa bang mga practical tips natin? If we can stay virtual in our meetings for now, that would be good. Okay? Second po is that you keep the windows open, ventilate air. Yun yung ating word for the day. Air. And then, sa mga may symptoms po, huwag na pong pumasok. It would decrease the infection to more than 50%, just telling this person to isolate when they get sick.
Maganda itong distancing natin, partner. Sa mga nanonood sa amin, magkakalayo kaming tatlo dito. At saka nakabukas ang aming pintuan. Para yung hangin,
may
free flowing. Okay, partner, baka meron ka gustong alamin kay Doc Donna?
May nag-text lang dito, is very much curious. Pero wala naman pa tayong nabalitaan kagaya ng national partner na may poblacion girl, may party girl. Paano daw ang ating mga measures so that it will not be repeated here in Baguio? Baka may makatakas daw po na nagkwa-quarantine. Anong mga measures na dapat natin gawin, Dr. Donna?
Meron po tayong 4-door strategy po on that, actually. And even at the national level, may 4-door din. Meron din po tayong local 4-door. Sa national po, ang 4-door strategy starts pagpauwi pa lang po yung OFW galing sa labas. Alam na ng tao dito sa Pilipinas na may uuwi. That's the first door. Second door would be sa airport. And then third door, pagpapasok na sa Baguio. And then fourth door, pag maiuuwi na siya sa bahay. So sa atin din po sa Baguio City, meron din po tayong 4-door strategy. May border control tayo. Okay? Meron din po tayong mga measure surveillance system in place at the community level. Even our hospitals are alerted that they should report in case po na merong mga symptomatics na nakikita nila. Meron po tayong system. It's a system solution to all of this in a digital format. We have a system in place in the city. All we have to do is to be vigilant and really increase the campaign. Like ganito pong mga medium, mga ganitong usapin, dapat po na educated tayo, alam natin to, because it will help you to become knowledgeable and convert this knowledge into practice. Sabi nga po, forewarned is forearmed. So if you know these things, you know how to protect yourself. So ang ganito na po yun, Kuyang Joseph The frontliners are the people na It's not really the health workers already. We are giving the defense already in the hands of the people. Ay, tayo na po yung frontliners. We have to protect ourselves and protect our family. The thing is, we are more forearmed now than before. We know how to protect us by wearing our mask and shield, hand washing, air, vaccine, etc. Ito na po, alam na natin to. Alam na natin na it will really decrease the infection rate. And all we have to do is practice them po. Actually, yun po.
Yun, maraming salamat, Dr. na partner.
Sige, last na
Okay.
ito. Tsaka yung nag-text ang BJHMC. What is the standard air-to-air so that ordinary people can practice in their own household? Air. Para
Yes po. Apo, meron pong mga standards na sinet yung ating engineering team on that. And yung latest po, I think, is like less than 12 exchanges per minute. Ang hirap po niyan isabihin sa mga tao, ano. Pero ang very practical po na dapat nating gawin is that we have to open our windows, no? Remove all the things that would block, like kurtina, may mga cabinet pa nga ho kaming nakitang nakaharang sa mga rooms, ay mga windows, etc. Basta basta mariknamon data hangin nga umunog, that would be better than blocking all these air passages. Sabi ko nga po, if you want an objective way of measuring the air exchanges in your workplace, meron po tayong equipment na available sa City Health Office para po mas malaman natin. Better to truth hurts, no? Minsan makita natin talaga kailangan, because we cannot correct a thing that we don't know. We have to know it through these machines, to these tools that would help us measure the air exchange. We cannot be assuming right now that we have a very infectious variant. We cannot be assuming right now. So better that we use these gadgets. Just call us po sa ating hotline sa health office.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Partner, nanonood at nakikinig ang mga taga BJHMC kay Dr. Ricardo Ruñez, doon pinapanunuhan ni Medical Chief Center. No? So, ito ay galing kay Lorraine ng BJHMC. Pakisabi that all entering the hospital premises, meaning BJHMC, should wear their face mask, preferably double mask cloth, mask over surgical mask, and their face shield, capital letter face shield. So required po kayong mag-wear ng face shield once na papasok kayo sa campus ng BJHMC because the hospital is a high-risk area. Thank you for the information, Ms. Lorraine.
Yun, okay. At ang ating oras, alas 11 punto na partner. Sa ating mga texter, meron pa kasi ditong 13. Kanya lang, yung oras natin ang kulang. Kaya hindi natin masasagot. Hindi bale, baka mapagbigyan ulit tayo ni Doc sa mga susunod na araw. Sa lahat ng ating mga texters, maraming salamat po sa inyong mga text. Kanya lang hindi na po natin mababasa. So, babawi na lamang po kami nila, Doktora, sa ibang araw.
Alright. Okay.
Maaring sa TV na rin.
Yes,
Sa TV.
po.
Okay.
Yes.
Sa TV, lilipat po tayo sa mas wider ang reach.
Oo.
Partnership ng
TV na may radyo.
RNGZ
Okay.
Radio. So,
Doc Donna, baka meron ka bang gustong batiin? No?
message
Dagdag.
mo na, Doctor, tsaka
Yes.
announcements.
Oo.
Batiin.
Yes po. We're facing another challenge, which is the wave of the Omicron. Omicron invasion is inevitable, but we can put the infection as low as possible para hindi po natin ma-overwhelm ang ating hospital. We already have our armamentarium with us. This is the best time to implement po yung ating mga sinabi na natin, no new formula for this. Wala pong bagong formula. It's the same SARS-CoV-2 who will take advantage of you when you put your guards down. That ang SARS-CoV-2, ang COVID po, hindi niya po alam kung holiday season o hindi. Hindi po niya alam kung start of the year na o hindi. Ang alam niya, if we put our guards down, it will take advantage of it. We have to remember that we breathe 20 times per minute. So that's the risk of getting the infection. This is a respiratory virus. And that is why we have to protect our respiratory system by making sure we have to put our mask and our shield na. Actually, kami rin po sa office, nag-follow na rin that naka-shield na rin po kami sa health office. Now, nagkaroon na kami ng memo issued by our city health officer. That's why the more protection that we add po, the better. And do not forget the vaccine. I think that's what we saw. The impact of the vaccine has protected a lot of us in terms of deaths. Hindi po kagaya po dati na ang dami po naming pinipirmahan na mga death certificate. Ngayon po, most of our death certificate that we're signing in are unvaccinated. So really, really, the vaccine is working. And all we have to do is to avail of that. It's free. You don't need to buy it. All you have to do is to present your arm. And the best vaccine po, baka may mga nagtatanong, ano po bang best vaccine? The best vaccine is the one in your arm. The one that is there. All vaccines will all protect us from severe infection and death. That's what we know of. Thank you very much po for
Maraming salamat, Dr. Panes.
Maraming salamat. Tatakbo ulit si Dr. Panes para papupunta at sa meeting at saka sa mga vaccine areas. Maraming salamat, partner Peter,
partner.
sa RNG, sa Z Radio, our first program for this year. Thank you very much. This is Joseph Zambrano of the Philippine Information Agency. Keep safe, keep healthy po. Kasi weekend. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ang tabayanan ng ating usapang legal, makasama natin diyan ay nagagat na pintas nga konsehal at siyudad ng Baguio, Ma'am Lulu Tabanda. Pagkaralaman ng ilang paalala.